Hi there, this is Chris from MoneyHub, and this video looks at Mobrog. So Mobrog is a big US survey company, but of course they allow Australians to join. And this video is going to show you the process of doing that and basically some of the questions you'll be asked to build out your profile. It is quite intense, so first of all, start with your email, and you're going to have to repeat that, put in passwords, everything like that. So we're just going to show you exactly how this works. And then you'll need your date of birth as well, a nickname. It's strange that they ask that, but that's what they want. And then, date of birth, and then gender and postcode, and then your occupation status, so if you're working or not. There's further questions on from that, but this is just to form the basis of your survey profile with Mobrog. So, and then you'll need to put in the captcha as well, or the code. And then from there, we can progress. So we're just using, of course, example information. Let's just publish, we'll put this video together to really just help you understand exactly what you're getting in for if you do sign up to Mobrog. A lot of people have asked us, should we join it? What is it? Is it a scam? So this is why we've got these guides and everything like that. So you have to verify it through your email, and that's how, of course, you'll be notified for future surveys as well. So it's quite a basic site. It's nothing too complicated. You can see that the minimum threshold to get paid out is going to be $8.50. And for that, you'll need to do a selection of surveys. Some survey companies or some survey sites will pay you a few cents or whatever to do these basic starting sort of introductory profile building, but not Mobrog. They won't. So you only get money once you do surveys. And of course, you have to wait for those to appear. So the site talks about what it is, what it does, why it exists, and how you sort of participate in it. But we really just want to get straight into putting together the foundation for your profile. So you can read the About Us and things like that. They are global. And of course, it is one of the biggest companies out there, but we certainly don't think it's one of the best. And it's just that we wanted to include it, of course, because it is highly accessed throughout Australia. You can see people's testimonials and everything like that, but certainly experiences will vary and around countries as well. Some countries have more surveys coming to them and then others don't. But generally, while the reviews overall are quite positive, it's not one which we think is that strong within Australia compared to the other options. So how it all works, you log in, you do surveys, you get paid, you have to answer everything honestly, of course. And once it's processed, then you'll build up points. And then at a certain point, you can redeem those points for vouchers. So very similar to every other type of survey site, but one just to remind you that's exactly how things work at Mobrog. So if we go now into setting out some building for the a profile, that will show you some of the questions that they ask. So let's go into this now. There's also adverts here, so you'll see those pop up. Bonus $100 gift card. That's not related to Mobrog. That's related to whatever you've been browsing recently. Those ads will vary, so just be aware that's nothing to do with them. Right, so let's put together now these questions about your accommodation, everything like that. And this is to make sure you get the right surveys coming to you, that you're not sent stuff that's not relevant to you. So if you don't have any children, then it's pointless if you get sent surveys that are for people with children. And even the right age of children as well is important. So just be aware that they are screening you out or screening you in when you answer these formation questions, and you can go through and give as much detail as you like to. Pets is a big thing for surveys, and so is also income level, because the survey companies want to see how certain households spend. That's the point really sort of behind their whole business, and so income level is a big driver of that. So if you look at like your organization or what you do for work, they're also building a profile based on those things, and then how many people work there and things like that, what your role is. So you will need to go through and be as detailed as you possibly can. That will help you get surveys later on. So it's quite a bit of clicking. You can see here we're not even halfway through yet. And the worst thing is we're not actually paid for this, which is annoying. But that is life. Well, that is certainly Mobrog, whereas other ones will pay you for doing these formation sites. They'll do for the formation questions. And then questions around car, because of course cars are a big money cost. And so if people are doing surveys on them or want sort of consumer insights, then they want people with cars. So if you have a car, then you'll need to fill out these questions and sort of get an understanding. So the survey, so that Mobrog can get an understanding. So these questions do go on. And, how would you sort of describe the vehicles? I mean, are they pickup trucks? Are they minis? Are they just a standard, sedan? And then what year was your main car sort of built, sort of manufactured? And then, all these questions, they just go on and on and on. A leasing car, for which purpose do you travel by plane? Is it for work? Is it for leisure? And do you use a smartphone? That's very important. And what brand is it? So electronics is a massive part of surveys too. It's pets, it's electronics, it's just general retail shopping. So just be aware that, they'll want to know answers to this. Make sure if you do answer these things that you have these things. There's no point filling out this and then actually not having the products, because if you get sent surveys about them and you know nothing about it, then it's just going to put you on a blacklist or scale back the amount of surveys that you can actually do. Now, we know that Mobrog has a lot of health questions, which will probably be coming up in due course. But in the meantime, you can talk about any kind of drinks that you regularly drink, and then smoking, all sorts of questions like that. And then if you contact lenses or glasses, do you use a hearing aid? That's going to be surveys as well related. And then, have you been diagnosed with any of these diseases? This is quite personal information. So they're one of the few to ask this up front. We haven't seen this that widely asked. So it is up to you how much you how much you answer. But just be aware of this. And then you'll see and then it's sort of moving on to what kind of research you want to do, or what kind of studies that you're interested in, that you'd like to participate in. And then once you've completed that, are you happy to use something with a web camera? And then basically that's that. That coupon code is not related. And now your profile shows to be 100% complete. We're certainly on that survey. And then now it's like, right, we've now done this. Let's do a survey. And this is where people have complained in the past, because once you've set up everything, it's like, okay, well, I'm ready to go. I've done it all. What can I, what's waiting for me? And then there's questions around whether or not there will be surveys. So let's just see if there are. But if you do have any questions, please let us know in the comment section below, because it's really helpful for us to understand, what you need to know so we can make our resources as comprehensive as possible. And of course, we always answer every question that's asked, and I want people to be helped. So thanks very much, but we can't see right now that there's many surveys to do, and that's another limitation of Mobrog, that you can put all the information, but then there's nothing.